Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Rob, also known as Checked Out, and in today's video we are going to be going over how to cop the Travis Scott Air Max 1 Gold, the Travis Scott Air Max Brown, and the Travis Scott Air Trainer 1, the Rust Pink colorway. All three of these shoes are dropping this Friday, May 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern on the Nike SNKRS app. So in this video, we are going to be covering how to maximize your chances and manipulate the Nike SNKRS app into giving you the absolute best chances of copying each of these shoes. So if you guys do want to stick around for that, let's get right into it. And if you guys do want to stay in the loop when it comes to sneaker reselling, make sure to check out our premium Discord group. The link is in the description below. We offer early release information such as shock drops, restocks, bypass links, and much more. We also help individuals cop sneakers, consoles, and GPUs, and as well as some other things, all for profit. For more information on what we fully have to offer, check us out in the description below. And I do have to say, spots are filling up, and we are going to be limiting the amount of people that are joining. As you guys know, as we fill up, I have to limit spots because we can't have the whole entire world joining us. That would defeat the purpose of making profits. So if you guys are interested in joining, do so within the next few days before we hit our capacity and switch to invite only. Currently we are open, but we will be switching to invite only very shortly. So again, link below. Okay, so jumping right into the rest of this video, if we head to the Nike SNKRS app, we can see here that all three pairs are loaded up for this Friday, May 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Now, if we look closely on screen, we can see that for each pair, it does say the draw opens up at 10 a.m. Eastern. If you guys didn't know, this means that they're going to be doing a 10-minute draw. Well, for Travis Scott, it might be even longer, but for 99% of the time, when it says this on screen, that means it is going to be a 10-minute draw. I get a lot of comments day in and day out saying, oh, sneakers is first come, first serve. That is just not true. I'm sorry to break the news to you. That's just not how it works. You guys should know by now. Draws are all random. 90% of the drops on Nike are randomly selected. Only bricks, as of recently, only bricks have been dropping first come, first serve. So guys, this is going to be randomly selected winners. And like I said, this time around, you are going to have at least 10 minutes to enter, so you should have no issues getting in for all three across multiple accounts. So that's just the basic information of how this SNKRS app release is going to work. So with that being said, let's get into how you can maximize your chances of hitting. All right, so when it comes to the Nike SNKRS app, there's a few things that we have to recognize, such as like I keep saying, it's random. So there's only so much that you can do to maximize your chances. But guys, don't get me wrong, it is not completely random. If you are doing bot activities and acting like a bot, they will filter out your entry. And in that sense, it becomes not random, and they're just going to give you an automatic L. Okay, so you won't even be considered for the chance to win. But when it comes to the winning side of it, there's only so much that you could do to get into that pool of people that are selected. But in order to make yourself not look like a bot, there's some things that you have to do. So I'm sure you guys know, add profile pictures, whatnot, add activity on your account. Don't just go on the SNKRS app when there are releases. I know it's kind of a process, but recently they have been doing, or not recently, they have been doing lives, I believe, every Wednesday. Might be Thursday, but I'm pretty sure it's every Wednesday. And sometimes they have been dropping pairs on these live videos. Now, that has only happened a select amount of times, but watching these videos, I know it's very boring, okay, and not many people enjoy them, but watching these videos will clearly separate your account from a bot account because it is just so boring and not many people do it. So, but that is just one example of putting activity on your account. You could also look through their daily stories. They post a lot of stuff. So like I said, just doing little things like that here and there will prove to SNKRS that your account is legit, and they won't filter you in the first pool, and then they'll actually put you in the drawing pool. And then, like I said, once you're on this side, it's still random, but you have to get from here to here. You guys understand? Now, if you're looking to maximize your chances of hitting either one of these pairs, guys, obviously it's a numbers game. You're going to want as many accounts to enter the draw as possible. The most common example is using different devices. So we can see here, I have 2 phones right here. So that automatically gives me a total of 6 entries because we have 3 and obviously 3 right there. And so a lot of you guys wonder how you can do this. Well, it's basically very simple. You just need 2 accounts, but you guys usually ask me about the phone numbers. So the phone numbers on each account have to be different. You cannot use the same phone number across 2 accounts. Nike will give you verification issues, and that is a huge sign when it comes to bot entries. So they will flag your account and whatnot, and they'll just give you a very hard time to join the draw. The next step is you have to have different email addresses. Now, Nike will not even let you create an account if you use the same email twice, so that's just the first one. But on your end, make sure you have 2 email addresses at the most, obviously, because you need 2 to have 2 accounts. The next aspect is going to be the shipping address. Now, maybe you guys have siblings, or maybe you and your parents are entering the draw. Now, while anything, I believe that there is still like randomness. And while you can have Nike ship 2 packages to the same house, typically, and something that we preach to our members, is you don't want to have repeating information. So while it is possible to get multiple packages to one house, for this drop, I'd try avoiding it. If you have multiple addresses that you can use, that you know you'll be able to get a package from safely, I would suggest using it. I would not suggest entering the same address multiple times across different accounts. You know, like even if you're just entering one singular entry and then your brother enters one for the same house, guys, in theory, that would trigger some sort of protection and flag you of like, oh, you're trying to get multiple pairs. And in reality, you're not. But just for this drop, guys, I would suggest only using the same address one time across all your accounts. Another big part of not getting entries filtered is try to avoid using the same payment method across different accounts. So for example, if you have a card, just like the address, try not to use the same card across 2 accounts. Guys, there are ways to get multiple accounts. Me personally, I use privacy.com, and you're able to generate practically unlimited virtual credit cards depending on what kind of plan you have with them. And I personally use privacy across all my Nike accounts. Here are the results of let's say last month's Nike. And so as you guys can see, it works. And this is how I'm able to enter multiple accounts, because I'm not using the same card across all accounts. I'm using different unique ones for each account. So you guys see like what I'm trying to get at. So if you have access to multiple cards, definitely take advantage of it. And like I said, it is possible to get purchases on one card using 2 different accounts. But guys, you don't want to take the chance, especially not on this release, because there's just going to be so many people entering, and the last thing you want to happen is having your accounts get filtered on drop. And moving into our last point, I do want to talk about IP address tracking. Guys, all of these websites, they do record your IP when you visit the website. So for example, if you're opening 5 different tabs, that means your IP is trying 5 different times to access the website. Guys, this is a big red flag when it comes to bot protection. They'll pick that up immediately, and likely for sneakers, I don't believe they'll restrict access to the website. However, they might put you in this pool where they're just filtered, the entries just aren't going through. So commonly people will put their phone on LTE, whatnot, whatever you guys got. I do have to say, I know a lot of you guys are entering from like iPads, old phones that don't have SMS cards. So what you can do is connect at most, I'd say 2 to 3 devices on your Wi-Fi, and then make sure your main phone and everybody else's phone is on LTE, because like I said, there's nothing you can do about the iPad, the iPods, and the old phones with no SMS chips. Those have to be on Wi-Fi. But for the phones that do have data, put them on LTE. Take advantage of it, guys, because the last thing you want is getting your IP thrown into the botted pool and not having your entries go through. Again, that is a very big sign that we preach to members in our Discord, is make sure your phone is on LTE when you're on the Sneakers app. And of course, guys, the last thing that you can do is just realize that this release is going to be very, very hard to hit, and it is going to be a majority of it is going to be based on luck. Guys, the tips that I just gave probably only equate to about 5 to 10% of you actually copying, and the other 90% is just going to be random. Because like I said all throughout this video, it's about going from here to here, but once you're in this pool of valid applicants, like it's just random at that point. So don't be discouraged or whatever if you don't hit. If you are trying to get this for personal, I mean, listen, anything is possible. You could definitely hit. I imagine there's going to be some pretty decent stock across all three shoes, but if you don't hit, you know, it's not the end of the world. You got to think absolutely everybody, non-sneakerheads, sneaker resellers, everybody is going to be entering on the sneakers app. So there's only so much you can do, but it does definitely not hurt to try because there's just minimal effort. And if you do hit, the payout is huge. And even if you're not selling them, you're going to have some pretty dope shoes. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said, there is some things that you can do to increase your chances, but for the most part, it is up to fate. So I hope you guys have the best of luck when it comes to this release. Definitely do not sleep in when it comes to Friday, again, the 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern on the Nike Sneakers app in the US. And of course, guys, if you guys are looking for a premium Discord cook group, link is in the description below. Spots are limited, so enter up. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck. Peace.